Well, today we're going back to installs again here on GeekSmart, and this is the lamp dimmer kit. Comes with the smart bridge to make your home extra smart. This is part of the Caseta wireless series from Lutron. Hey folks, welcome back to GeekSmart. So we're back with another install, and this has been one that I've been trying to get to for a little bit now. But this is essentially a smart plug. They call it the lamp dimmer kit because essentially you plug your lamps into this guy. It gives you dimming control, but also through the Lutron app and all the smart devices around your house, you can control this. So it's like a lot of smart plugs. They've been on the market for quite a long time now, and most people get the gist of them. However, Lutron is one of those things that, in my favorite thing about them, is that they can be controlled by about any device and almost pretty much every smart assistant. So whether you have Amazon's, Google's, or Apple's, it works with this. So I'm looking forward to doing this. I've been looking forward to adding this into my setup. And so what we're going to do here is, first, I'm going to open this up. We're going to show you everything that comes with it. Second, I'm not going to set up the smart bridge because I've already done that, but I am going to point in the video to where you can watch that to watch me set that up. And I might actually do a second video, maybe even today, that just has the smart bridge setup, so I can just link back to just the video of the smart bridge setup alone. And then we'll actually do the install, actually put them in the lamps and see how they work. And yeah, so that's what was coming down the pipe now. So let's first bring it in. Let's open this sucker up. Let's see everything that comes in the box. So what comes with the dimmer kit, as you can see, we have actually two actual plugs themselves, two remote controls, the smart bridge, and then of course the app, which is obviously something you can just download to your phone. So I already have this set up in my house, and I have the app already set up because obviously I have this set up, right? And I already have multiple Lutron products in my house. So I will put a link down in the description, but also at the end of the video as well if you'd like to watch the smart bridge setup. But that said, let's see what it actually looks like. As you can see here, we have the actual plugs, the remotes, and then the smart bridge. Let's see, alright, cool, we can just pull this guy out. Perfect. And I'm assuming it's, oh yeah, there's even a corner. It's whatever, there we go, plastic's out. Alright. So, it looks like they have a little box here that we can get into this stuff. There's our instructions. There is an Ethernet cable. This is going to be for the smart bridge setup. So Ethernet cable. There is an actual power plug for the smart bridge as well. I'm not going to need that right now because obviously, like I said, we're not doing the smart bridge portion. This is the piece that I want, and it does just tear open. Okay, so there's what it's going to look like. It's non-grounded plugs, so it's just a standard two-prong plug, which pretty much is what you're going to find with almost any lamp. But just to know that these are not full smart plugs. These are made for lamps. That's why they have the lights on and off and then the dimming capability. So you're also going to want to make sure that whatever you plug it into, whatever bulb you have in your lamp is capable of being dimmed. I have LED bulbs. We should be just fine. So that's what that's going to look like. The other one's going to be the same. I'm just going to open it up now just so I have that out. So I got that one. I got that one. Remotes. Let's see. Same thing on the side over here. And the lid so it rips open. There we go. Oh, the remote actually slides out of it too. Let's see here. Like that. So these are ways for you to actually just set it on a device that actually has a pretty good weight to it, so it's not going to go anywhere. It's got a rubberized bottom, so it's designed to set on the end table nearby where the lamp is, so you can control it. I'll be honest, we pretty much in our lamps in our living room right now, I have Philips Hue smart bulbs. It's the only two Philips Hue products I have in my entire house. I'm going to actually remove those and put standard LED bulbs in them so we can do this. But we pretty much use our voice. We don't use the app almost ever. We've kind of gotten down to using Siri for everything essentially. And so it's nice to have these because we didn't have these before, but we're probably not going to use these very frequently. However, they are here, and you can obviously program these in the app to control whatever you wanted to control in the actual Lutron system. And they do give you two. Now, I'm going to show you one other product real quick that kind of is an accessory for these. So if you're buying accessories for these guys, this is what they call the Pico remote control accessory. It's the tabletop pedestal. That's what we're seeing here, right? So that's something you can purchase in addition to what comes with this kit. So if you have another remote that you still want one of these, that is available. But you can also get the wall plate bracket, which essentially allows you to put this little battery operated remote in the wall itself and wirelessly control it without actually running wires. All it needs is a standard single gang box. You could also put this in a dual gang or a triple gang, whichever, but it's just going to have a standard decor plate that would go over it. So that's something that you can add if you want to. So if you have a place and you want to put this on the walls, that you can control the lamps, there it is. And you can even get just a standard low voltage drywall, like aftermarket box, one that just literally pinches the drywall. So you just cut a box, you put it in, it pinches the drywall, and you put this kit in. It allows you to easily add something to a place that you don't currently have anything. So most houses, for at least what I've seen, that have lamps in rooms, there's no switch space for those lamps typically. So this allows you to easily add it without worrying about wires. So we're not going to do that in this video, but I just wanted to show you at least the accessory that you can add. Maybe I'll do a future video of adding one of these wall plate brackets, just a separate kind of video to do things up. So that said, guys, let's head upstairs. Let's get these installed. I like doing one at a time because if nothing else, doing one at a time, you know which one's going to be what, and then you can name it and be done with it, and then you do the second one, name it, be done with it. But that said, it probably is easy. It's probably going to have you just click the button to let you program what does what. But let's head upstairs. Hey folks, we're just stepping away for the video real quick to let you know about today's sponsor, Western Rise. Western Rise creates a variety of performance clothing that can actually fit any lifestyle that you currently have. So whether you sit in the office all day, you're traveling all the time, or you're out hiking in the woods, they make clothing that can actually has a variety of fabrics that fit exactly what you're looking for. They have some really neat, unique items within the pants themselves. So like this is their Evolution pants. They have a nice pocket in the front for this actually designed for a smartphone. In the back they actually have a zippered pocket that's actually designed to securely put your wallet in, so you're not worrying about losing that while you're traveling or whichever. The fabric itself is a two-way stretch fabric. It's water and stain resistant. It's highly breathable, and it's built to last a lifetime. They are fantastic, and they're really lightweight and pack up extremely small. So thank you for sponsoring this video, Western Rise, and to be honest, I really enjoy your pants. I really like these, and my wife loves the way they look on me. So what else can you ask for? So check it out, westernrise.com/GeekSmart. You'll get 10% off today and free worldwide shipping. Link at the top of the description, westernrise.com/GeekSmart. Let's head on with the video. Okay, so we're in my living room, and I do have a wall outlet. Now, this is not actually the wall outlet that I'm actually going to use in the end, but this is a lot more out in the open, so it's easier for you to see. So that's what I decided to do. So I have one of my switches here, or my wall plugs. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to plug it in the upper one, just so it is what it is. It's going to go ahead and boot up, and while it's at it, I'm going to go ahead and just plug the lamp into the side. And you can see the lamp actually turned on right away. Now, one thing I'm going to make mention real quick is you can notice that this is really thin and everything comes out the wall. So you're not going to have plugs sticking out and having to loop back down along the board, the baseboard. So this is something that makes it a little bit easier, I think, to hide things. Especially if you have furniture that's in front of it, it's not going to have to come out and take up more room. So that's a big benefit. But that's essentially on. So I'm assuming we're going to be able to go into the app now. Okay, so here we are. We have the Lutron app. That's the actual app that we're going to use. I'm going to go ahead and hit open on there. And in the app itself, it should walk us through the actual setup. So if we hit the gear icon up in the top left, we're going to get to where we can add a new device. So we're going to hit add device. And getting ready to add devices. Should give us the options of various devices. There we go. So plug-in dimmer. That should be the one that we have. We're going to hit that. So this says to press and hold the bottom button for 10 seconds until the LED blinks quickly. I'm going to leave this open just where it is. Well, let's go do that. Okay, so it said basically this bottom button, which is the off button, so for 10 seconds. So that's about 10 seconds. And I don't see... yep, it's blinking. It's just really hard to see. It's a really It's like a little greenish light. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can get a better video of it. So it's really hard to see, but you can see how it's blinking. That green light right there, it's blinking really rapidly. It's not really easy to see, especially at the light. It's really hard to see, but let's go back to the app. Okay, so here we are. Gives us the room. We're actually in the living room, so I'm going to click on living room, hit next, choose the type of whatever it is. This is actually a floor lamp, not a table lamp. So I'm going to click floor lamp 1. I'm going to actually have 2, so I'm going to call this floor lamp 1. Hit next. Or I should say, maybe I should say the type. Let's go, we'll I guess change it, see how we can change it in the item. So I do have 2 floor lamps eventually, but living room floor lamp added. Or I guess maybe I should say it is 1 floor lamp on that device. So we'll leave it as 1 for now, that's fine. So we're going to add another device with another one. So I just went over and plugged the other lamp into its second one, the second device. I'm going to hit add another device, plug in wall dimmer. I'm going to go ahead and push the down button. I'm going to leave this running so you can actually see what it looks like when I actually click it. So you can see it just went directly into, well, room selection like we had. I'm going to click living room, hit next. That's a floor lamp, and there's actually technically only 1 floor lamp on that device. Hit next. And now I can name them. So, floor lamp 1 and floor lamp 2. I'm going to change the names quick. Okay, so I actually named them kind of like how we had it before. We had my wife's, Anna's light, and Brian's light. So we had the 2 different lights. We knew exactly which one was on, because that's kind of our side of the couch, right? Hit next. Adding device. Living room light, Brian's light added. So, awesome. I'm done adding devices. So now, we are done adding the devices in terms of that. Now, I didn't have to hit done adding devices, but I wanted to show you what it is before we go to the next step, and that's with the remote control. So, Anna's light, I can turn it on, turn it off, all in here. Brian's light the same, so right now it's showing on, it's off, turn it on, it's back on. So you can see how we can control everything. Now, with that said, okay, so let's go ahead and set up one of the Pico remotes. So I have it actually right here on the table. And we're going to go ahead and hit the icon again, hit add device. Now we're going to talk about Pico remote. Click on that one. Press and hold for 10 seconds, just like we do with every Lutron device that's at least a dimmer switch like this or any of these switches. And we should get the fast stuff. There we go. We'll say living room. We'll hit next. And we're going to say it's going to control lights. Hit next. And Pico living room Pico is in all done. So if I click on, so I wonder if I done adding devices. So if we go to the living room Pico, edit device, devices themselves, we can choose which device we want it to actually control. Do we want it to control just one of the lamps? So let's say that. Let's say I just want to have it control Anna's light. Hit done. Now I should be able to control Anna's light with just a flick. There she goes. Let's click it back on. And now we can actually adjust how bright we want it. If we just click and hold, we can dim it down to about there. Let's see if we go to Anna's light. We're at 14%. If I click it up, it should move up as I go up. If I click the center button, it should bring it down to 50%. There we are. Or off. Or on, all the way. So now you can see how easy it is to do this. And within the app itself, you know, we can click on any of these devices. So we'll click on Anna's light, hit edit device. And we can change the name, we can change where it is, we can change the type it is. Let's say if I add a second lamp to that same switch, I can put 2 here rather than just lamp blower 1 lamp. Just so you know the information at least. You can change the device icon if you want to, or you can delete it, and if you want to get rid of it or whichever, and reset it up if you need to. Hit done here. And the same thing, like I said, like we just did with the remote, we hit edit device, and within here, we can, like you saw, change the name, change whatever. If it's right now it's called Living Room Pico, I could change it to be whatever I want it to be. You know, I can add whatever I want in here, and we can have it control everything in the living room for that matter. But right now, this is the only 2 lights I have in the living room. I also do have a remote control for the shades. but that's just for the shades. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it. I'm going to leave it for both. I'm going to hit save. So it's just living room lights in general is now controlled. And so if I click off in here, both lamps go off. If I click on, both lamps come back on. So we are fully set. And I can do the same thing. I can now choose to have 2 remotes going if I want to. And I can have one of them be Anna's, one of them be Brian's, whichever I want to do. It might be best if you do that and you're going to keep them on the tabletop. Put a little label on here or something to, a little label on here, just so you know which one does what. But that is fully set up. Okay, this is to prove a point just before we head downstairs and close out, is I wanted to show you how assistants work. And specifically we're going to deal with Google and Apple, because those are the 2 that I prefer anymore, to be honest, because it makes my life easier, because I don't have to go set them up to use these as well. This is my favorite thing about both Google and Apple, is that I set up these devices in Lutron's app, but because they are linked to both my Siri or my Apple Home account and my Google Home account, everything automatically sets itself up. So to prove that point, I didn't touch any of the apps. This is directly after we set these up. Hey Google, turn off Anna's light.
Got it.
Pow.
Living room Anna's light off.
Hey Siri, turn on Anna's light.
Okay, the Anna's light is on.
So you can see both assistants already operate. They know exactly where they are. And to prove that point, hey Google, turn off the living room.
Alright, turning off the Sony TV.
Oh, hey Google, turn off the living room lights. Hey Google, turn off the living room lights.
Sure, turning off 2 lights.
So you can see that. Hey Siri, turn on the living room lights.
Okay, the living room lights are on.
And not that you saw it, but both lamps turned off and then both lamps turned back on. So with both of those assistants, everything's hunky-dory. So I went through Amazon's app and did discover devices. Then I actually had to go in and modify it, because this is in the living room and it's called Anna's light. But in, Amazon's app's brain, they put living room Anna's light, and you have to say it exactly like that. Now I changed the name of this with my light, Brian's light. I'll show you exactly what it tells me. Alexa, turn off Brian's light.
Brian's light doesn't support that.
So you can hear it just doesn't understand that. Alexa, turn off Anna's light. This one I already modified. So Alexa, turn on the living room lights. Let's see if it does that. Alexa, turn on the living room lights.
Living room doesn't support that.
Yeah, maybe they didn't link it automatically to the living room. That's why it does that. But it does operate. It's more of a pain in the butt, to be honest, than both Google and Apple. So, like every Lutron product that I have yet tested to date, I am just a huge fan, because it works really well, it just operates every time, and it is wireless, but it's not on my Wi-Fi. It is using its own proprietary signal from its hub to connect to the product. So it's not bogging down your Wi-Fi, it's wired to your router, and it gives you easy access. And in my opinion, the best part of this is that it works in any smart home. Whether you're an Android home, an Apple home, if you use Amazon, Google, or Apple for voice assistants, it doesn't matter. It works with them all. And that is a huge benefit. Specifically, I'm a tech guy. I like all of them. I have preferences in certain categories, but I do like all of them. And I have all of them in my home. And to be honest about it, I like using all of them from time to time. So having a product that can integrate with everything is a huge bonus. So if you ask me legitimately, without any bias to anything, if I have a product that I'm going to integrate it into my house, it's going to be Lutron's Caseta system. It works great. They have a very large device pool to pull from, and I just love their products. Now, they sent this to me to do a video on, and I really appreciate that. However, where it sits in the lineup and how much it costs, I would pay for this. Without a doubt, I would absolutely pay for this. It gives you the smart access, it gives you dimmability if you'd like to, and it works. I really like the design of it where the plug comes out the side, so it's easy to push furniture up closer to it, so I have less of a worry about where it's got to go. It's built well, and yeah, to be honest, I just like the product. I like all their products for the most part so far. I've had several Lutron products sent to me to do reviews on, some of which I've purchased. Several I have actually purchased that I still have yet to install to integrate more rooms into my house into the Lutron system. So, look, they make a great product, and I'm happy that I'm working with them on these videos. This set that comes with as a starter kit. Now, you're only really going to buy this if you don't have a Caseta system in your house currently. This whole set actually comes in at $189 with the smart bridge and 2 full setups for your whatever lamp you have. However, if you just want the lamp module, just the one for the plug, it's about $45. I'm going to put links to both this full set as well as individual items down in the description. By all means, browse if you wish. They are affiliate links on Amazon, so if you do purchase through them, you are supporting this channel, and I appreciate that. I really do. It allows me to continue on, whether it's a product or something I buy or whichever I have, but it allows me to keep going, keep my equipment going. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you for sticking to the end here. I'd love to answer any questions you have. Post those below, or if you really have a question directly for me, not so much for the community, definitely head over to techgooch.com. There's a comment section on there, or a contact section. You can get a hold of me directly through there, or you can just email contact@techgooch.com. That'll get directly to me here, because TechGooch and GeekSmart, we're just one big happy family. Well, it's me. So, thank you for sticking to the end. I will have a full review on this on TechGooch in the near future, so stick by and stay tuned for that. That is coming, but I definitely want to have some hands-on time with this to see the differences. Now, I had a Philips system that this literally replaced the smart bulbs. And now I got rid of the smart bulbs. I went to a standard LED bulb, and now I have the smart switches. And I'll be honest, without a 100% doubt, already I can tell you that if I was to go between smart bulbs and smart switches or smart outlets, without a doubt, smart switches, smart outlets, 100%. If my bulb burns out, I change out the bulb to a nice cheap bulb. If I want a decorative bulb, I change out the bulb to whatever decorative bulb I want. If I want to change the color, I can pull that bulb out and change the color without buying a special, more expensive color-changing bulb from Philips. Look, their products work great, but I prefer this method. So, thank you for sticking to the end. We'll catch you back here on GeekSmart for another future video install. See you soon.